Well, good morning. Welcome to today's Chat with the Superintendent webinar. This is our last webinar of the school year, and today's title is Enriching Your Child's Summer. I'm Jackie Tisdell, and I will be your moderator for today. If you haven't joined a webinar with us before, it's a 30-minute webinar. All the microphones are muted except for our presenters. You can use your question chat module to submit questions to the moderator. Those are anonymous. And then after we do our presentation, we reserve about 10 minutes to do question and answer with our presenters. You'll have a chance after the webinar is over to provide some feedback to us through a brief survey. Let us know what you thought about the webinar and if you have any specific topics that you'd like us to cover in the future. And this webinar is being recorded, and it will be archived on our website, so you can watch it in future. So today we have our Superintendent, David Alexander, and our speakers are going to be myself. I'm going to go over a few things with primary and middle school. And then we have our high school Supervisor of Career and Technical Education, Ronda Matthews. At this time, I'd like to turn it over to Superintendent Alexander.
Thanks, Jackie. We welcome all of you that joined us today, and certainly we welcome those that didn't get an opportunity to join us today, but will listen to this and view the slide deck on this at some later date. We've had a great school year, we believe, so far. Generally speaking, our teachers and students have worked hard. The support has been outstanding around all the services that go along in the classroom, and the support that comes from our community. We continue to appreciate that. We are in May, and as we approach May and we start wrapping up our school year, we're done with 3 through 8 testing. Our high schools are still in end of course testing. We got graduations coming up next week. You can feel and see and smell summer coming. It's on its way. Early Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there as it comes up this weekend. And we're excited about sharing with you some of those summer opportunities. You know, we call it summer break, and it is that. It is a great time. You know, summertime is a great time for families, whether you're in school or not. You know, family vacations take place. People take time off, whether they work for a school system or not. And it's just a great time for families to connect and to make memories, because a school year, families with school-age children in it, it's just busy. And so you get those moments in the summer where you really get to connect with each other and create some great memories. But we also want to make sure that we at least share with you the many opportunities that children have, whether they're 5 or 6 years old or whether they're 17 or 18 years old. They're not yet graduated from high school. Children have, as they move through the summer months, preparing for the next year. You know, our first graders are going to be excited to be second graders, and our 8th graders excited to go to high school, and our 11th graders are excited to be sort of the king of the mountain, the seniors in their buildings. But there's some great opportunities in the summer that help all of these students, children, prepare for their next step in their K-12 education. And some of those are directly connected to academics, and some of them are just connected to experiences out there that help them become aware of who they are, where their interests are, where their talents are, and help them develop some skills and talents around those interests, to include math, science, English, and social studies, but all sorts of talents out there. So we thank you for your participation today. We hope this information is useful to you. And I just want to take this moment right now, because I may not come back on, to wish all of you a great summer, great closing out through the end of the school year. And at this time, I am going to, during this webinar, we're going to talk about summer school. We're going to talk about information around camps, information around developing skills, information that business and industry offers us, and experiences they can have to see what those things are that go on in post-secondary schools. So I'm going to turn it over at this time back to Jackie, and she's going to take you through some of the first part of the information we're offering today.
Thank you so much. Now that we got our slides up, the first thing we're going to just give you a little overview about summer school for our primary and middle schools. So we do offer summer school. That is an invitation only. It's typically for students who need a little bit of remediation or improvement in some areas. This year, for our primary and middle schools, they're being hosted at certain sites, so it's not every single school. And this is a list of the schools that will be hosting summer school this year through the month of June. So if your school's not listed, you still will have an opportunity to have summer school. When you get a letter before the end of the school year, it'll let you know if your child is eligible for summer school and which site that they would go to. We do provide busing like normal, and so you'll have all information as far as that for summer school for primary and middle schools. You do see on the middle school side, Galvez Middle is going to be the host site for Central Middle. Gonzales Middle has its own summer school. Lake Elementary will be hosting Santa Maula Middle as well. Laurie Middle School will be hosting their own, and Prairieville Middle will be hosting Dutchtown Middle students. So we have several different types of camps that are offered through the summer. One of the most popular are school-sponsored camps. So these are mostly athletic camps at our high schools. We have a page on our website, apsb.org/page/camps, and you see a screenshot of it here, where you can have specific flyers downloaded for all of the camps hosted by our athletic organizations. And these are just a couple little examples of what the flyers look like. We also have a new digital flyer system called Peach Jar that we've launched a little over a year ago. And so in addition to these school-sponsored camps that you'll find there, you'll get information about camps hosted by community organizations. So there's two types of camps. We have community organizations, and LSU is one example, that has a variety of camps that are hosted at LSU on their site. But we also have some community organizations that host camps at our schools. They have an agreement with the school to be able to use their facilities, but the camp is actually hosted by a different organization. One example of that is this Camp Mark. It's an autism camp that's going to be at Pecan Grove Primary. But if you go to apsb.org/peachjar, you can click on any of our schools to access the flyers, the digital flyers that are posted for that school. Also, our parents get Peach Jar digital flyers emailed to them. So if you are not currently receiving Peach Jar emails, wanted to show you how you could go up and sign in for that. You can access any of these through our website that I just showed you without doing a sign up. But if you would like to get emails, this is how you do it. You go to peachjar.com, and this is kind of, I did some screenshots. This is what the homepage looks like. You would either, if you have a login, log in here, or you would click here to sign up. It'll bring you to a page that you enter in an email address, and you can choose an account type. So most of you would probably be a parent or a family member. You want to receive the Peach Jar email, so you would choose parent, family member, account type. Then it'll ask you to select a state, so you would select Louisiana. Then it'll ask you to select a district, and you'll see Ascension Public Schools listed there. Then you select a school. So if you have kids like I do at multiple schools, you can select one of the schools. It doesn't give you the multiple school option, but you can go back in later and have access to any of the schools in Ascension Public Schools. You don't have to be limited to just that one school. This is what it looks like when you click on that link in Peach Jar, and you get to see all the flyers. So again, this is a screenshot, but say you only signed up for Central Middle School flyers, and you would land on Central Middle School's page with all of their flyers. But there's this little icon here. You can click down, and you can click any of the schools in our district, or you can click right here. It's the Ascension Public Schools, and it'll show you all of the flyers throughout the district. Right now we have 215 flyers. You also can go to this filter and click down, and there's categories like camps, sports, tutoring, different types of flyers. This is a new feature for Peach Jar. So some of our older flyers that were posted weren't set in categories yet, but moving forward, all of the flyers have to choose a category. So it'll be easy for you to go in and sort kind of what you're looking for. You also can sort here by date. So if you wanted to see the most recent flyers posted, or if you wanted to go back and see some of the older flyers, you can select by date as well. So that is pretty much all how you access the information that we have for camps, for our school-hosted camps, our community-hosted camps on our schools, and then also the community events. We are trying as much as we can to provide information to parents so that they can make selections throughout the summer. We have some very exciting programs happening at the high school level, and now I'll turn it over to Ronda Matthews to give you that information.
Thank you. Good morning. We are very excited about our summer opportunities in the career and tech field and others. There are 3 programs this summer that students can apply and participate in. These are the Jumpstart Summer Programs, the BASF Tech Academy, and the Shell Louisiana Youth Seminar. Our Jumpstart Summer Programs allow students to take a course, work toward an industry-based credential, and complete Carnegie credit in high school. Students are also paid a stipend based on their attendance and success in the program. This year, we're offering 3 programs. The first one is the NCCER Pipe Fitting Program, which will take place from June 3rd through July 5th. Students receive 1 high school credit, and then NCCER Pipe Fitting Level 1 certification. The stipend is up to $500, and the job shadowing opportunities in this class will be Performance Contractors and Excel USA. We're asking that all applicants have NCCER core certification before they apply, and they probably would have taken this in their Ag 1 classes. The next summer program is Adobe Computer Applications. This is a new program for us. It is offered June 3rd through July 5th. Again, 1 high school Carnegie credit. The IBC, or the industry certification, is Adobe Visual Design, which is an advanced credential. Students have the opportunity to earn a certification in Adobe Illustrator, Adobe InDesign, and Adobe Photoshop. This collectively gives them an Adobe Visual Design credential, which is considered an advanced statewide credential. Again, a stipend up to $500 for those students. Job shadowing opportunities include Lamar Advertising, Vivid Ink, Digital Press and Graphics, and GatorWorks. Our final Jumpstart Summer Program is First Responder or EMR certification. The dates for this one are different. It's May 28th through June 21st. It is 1/2 of a Carnegie credit. Students will complete certification in the emergency medical responder field. The stipend is up to $300 for this class, and the job opportunities include at Prairieville Fire and Rescue, Acadian Ambulance, Ascension Parish 911 Call Center, and Baton Rouge EMS. We still have availability for this particular program. The other 2 programs, students need to apply by May 10 to be on a waiting list. However, First Responder, we still have some availability. The BASF Tech Academy is an awesome opportunity for students. Each summer, BASF and River Parishes combine and host a Tech Academy. This year's Tech Academy is being held June 3rd through the 7th. It's a week-long program in which students travel to different educational institutions, nonprofit organizations, and businesses to learn more about various careers. Some of the tours in the past have included RPCC, Anvil Attachments, Mobile Jet Exxon, BASF, and NASA Stennis Space Center. There is no cost to the student. BASF and RPCC sponsor transportation for tours and provide lunches. Students can apply for the program during the spring prior to their junior or senior year. The 2019 session is full, but I encourage parents to consider applying for the program in the future. It's a great opportunity. The next one is our Shell Louisiana Youth Seminar. Each year, Shell hosts a week-long leadership camp held on the campus of LSU. This year's Louisiana Youth Seminar will be held July 14th through 19th. This program is an excellent opportunity for students to build leadership skills, meet new people, and make business and educational contacts. It is our hope that our students come back to their schools and communities and share their knowledge and experiences to make our learning and working environment an even better place. There is no cost to the students. Shell sponsors everything, including registration, lodging, meals, and etc. for the event. Students can apply for the program during spring prior to their junior or senior year. The 2019 session is full, but I encourage parents again to consider applying for this program in the future. At Donaldsonville, our contact information for those people that can help with all of these programs would be LaTanya Calvi. At Dutchtown, Mickey LeBlanc. At East Ascension, Shannon Hattier. And at Santa Ma, Kim Oakland. These are our career coaches. We are excited about something that is happening this fall. We want to open our Ascension Career Center. It will be located on Airline Highway in Sorrento and will be open to students from all high schools. The building is the former RPCC Technical Campus that has been renovated. Potential program offerings there would be automotive, criminal justice, HVAC, scaffolding, insulating, and coating. All these programs will offer nationally recognized credentials as well as high school credits. In high school, we are also offering summer school programs. Students who are interested in taking a summer course either for new credit or repeat credit have the option to register for summer school. The dates, times vary by school and are listed here. All coursework is done online. The cost for one half of a credit course is $100, and the cost for a full credit is $200. Also, students who need to retake the LEAP will have the opportunity to attend LEAP remediation classes at no cost this summer. LEAP testing will take place at all high schools on June 17th through the 21st. It's strongly recommended that any student who did not pass any part of the LEAP take advantage of this opportunity. For more information about summer school, these are your contacts. At Donaldsonville, Kim Guidry. At Dutchtown, Shelley Simmons. East Ascension, Phyllis Hernandez. And at Santa Ma, Monique Moore. And now I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Alexander.
Jump in, Jackie.
Okay, we're now open for our kind of question and answer session. So I want to remind our audience that you can use your question chat module to type in a question to us, and we will try to answer as best as we can. We've got a few minutes for these. I do have a first question for Ms. Ronda Matthews. So two of the 3 Jumpstart programs are full already, although there's a waiting list. About how many spots are usually available for each? Are they pretty consistent?
We have 15 questions in pipe fitting, 15 openings in pipe fitting, 15 openings in Adobe, and we have 24 openings in first responder. So we have about 9 openings left in first responder to fill.
And where are those located? Are they based at a certain school?
Yes, Dutchtown High School will host first responder. East Ascension is hosting both the Adobe and the pipe fitting.
All right. Our next question is about the AP courses. Is there any prerequisites to be able to take an AP course? So if you're an incoming freshman, per se, can you opt in any of those programs?
That's a discussion that parents and students should have with their guidance counselors going into high school and their principals. There are some student performance data that's looked at so that there can be a reasonable understanding of success in the course, and if there's some additional preparation that maybe a student might need, then they typically recommend that students maybe take whether it's informally called a pre-AP course or not, a course that would lead them into better opportunities for success. So for example, if you wanted to jump into an AP math course, you would want to have the right prerequisites, the right prerequisite knowledge, so that you could be on level when you enter that course. So there is some discussion and assessment there, but we certainly open that up and make it accessible to as many students that express an interest in it with the proper guidance.
All right. Our next question is about the Peach Jar flyers. So what happens if you know of a camp that you don't see listed in Peach Jar? And so the answer to that question is kind of two. If it is a school-based camp, say it's another athletic camp or a club camp that's being hosted on one of our schools, the person who does that camp needs to send the flyer to me, Jackie Tisdell, and our office will make sure that that flyer is posted both on our website and in Peach Jar and sent out. If it is a community organization-based camp and you would like to send information to parents through Peach Jar, you have to create a provider account in Peach Jar, and then you can upload your flyer and you can select on the schools that you would like that to send to. And then that sends it to us to make sure it meets our guidelines and approve that to go out to parents. So there is a wealth of flyers up there right now for all kinds of different camps and activities this summer. But if you do know of a camp that you don't see a flyer for or some information about, that there are definitely ways to get that information out to our parents. Well, that is all the questions I see for today. We might be ending a little bit early. Ms. Matthews, Mr. Alexander, do you have any closing comments?
No, I'm good. I hope everybody is thinking about futures and the opportunities that we offer, especially in the career and tech field. Please get in touch with the career coaches. They know what's going on in the schools, and they'll be glad to help you sign up in the future.
I'd just like to encourage everybody. I think Rhonda brings up a great point here that, certainly thinking about your summer in May is we understand it, but maybe also we can plant the seeds here of some even more long-term planning here. So for all of those parents and families and students out there that happen to participate or get a chance to participate even at a later date, think about the summer months much earlier, because a lot of these programs do fill up, and so you miss out on opportunities there. So we would encourage everybody to be really proactive. So you may value from this information today for this summer, but you may also value from this information today in future summers. And then I'd also like to say that, this is National Teacher Appreciation Week, and it's also it has a lot of, we pick days and weeks throughout the year that are selected at a national level to honor the various roles that go on in a school system. We sort of take 1 week, we usually pick the National Teacher Appreciation Week, just to send a shout out and a thank you to all of our employees there, because really everybody either is a teacher or is performing a lot of services that support what goes on between a teacher and a classroom. So we're very grateful for all the hard work that goes on in Ascension Parish, and then we're always grateful for the partnership we have with our community. Again, and for my closing, I'd just like to wish everybody a very safe, productive, and pleasant summer that's very memorable. Appreciate you.
All right, that'll be the end of today's Chat with the Superintendent webinar. Just know that this is the end of this year's series. We've had several webinars this year, ranging from talking about budget to how we do the state accountability system to information about specific programs. And we want to hear from you. We want to get your feedback. So at the end of this webinar, you will be getting a brief survey that you can tell us if this has been helpful, if there are some specific topics that you would like us to plan for next year's webinar series. Have a wonderful day. Happy last day for seniors. Hope everyone has a lovely summer. Thank you for joining us.